We have so much to talk about. So I learned that I can't get ready and also channel. It was really crazy, like the bits of things that were coming in and then just wanting to take me. Like, I'm very susceptible to a meditative state. Like, I can just drop into a trance, like at a red light waiting to go. And messages like kept coming through the entire day. And I just got out of meditation, and the things they showed me was crazy. I cannot wait to unpack this with you because it feels so significant. It is expanding on what we were talking about yesterday, or in the previous video, we were talking about birth names, like your name that you are given at, like, when you're born, the time you're born, the place you're born. And this is going beyond astrology. Like, I recognize that those are the main components to your natal chart. And that was what I was kind of getting out of it too at first, but they kept like pulling deeper. Like, they wanted to take me like in the earth and like underground to show me something. And we were also talking about the mother and how in our collective, or in this wave of awakening intuitives and all of that, there are, like, all of us are here to heal the mother, heal our mothers, like our moms, like our actual mamas. And we talk so much in spirituality and therapy about our relationships with our moms, and we're trying to get ourselves better. Like, we're trying to undo whatever damage we feel like our moms did to us. But what they were showing me was that, like, yes, thank you. Thank you for going to your therapist and talking about this and figuring this out, because one of your soul contracts was to just be here to heal your mother. Your presence heals the mother. So, like, that was something significant coming through. And then it turned into like the whole maternal line. So it was about her birth date and her birthplace and her birth name. So I just came out of meditation, and here we're just going to talk about all of it. So welcome. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's start. I took some notes. Let's start with the name. So your birth name that you were given, like the name on your birth certificate, even if that's not what you're called, even if that's not what you have ever been called, it's worth digging into. Like, look at the meaning. Like, if you haven't looked it up in a really long time, look at the definition. Look at the meaning of your name. Like, look at the etymology of your name. Look at the origin of your name. And see how that feels. Like, see what that means. I feel like this is something we do in school, like it like maybe in middle school or something like that, some kind of project where you got to look up your name. My name is Bethany. When I looked up my name, like in a baby book, my name means house of poverty. I was like, what does that mean? And that was when I learned what the word poverty meant. And I was like, oh, okay. Poorhouse. My name means poorhouse? It's like, what the heck? So that only added to the resentment of my name. And I just like could not ever make peace with it. So I went back and looked up the meaning of my name again. And it is house of welcome. House of figs was another thing. but house of welcome, house of humility. It's a safe space for those that feel abandoned, that have nowhere else to turn to. It is a sanctuary for outcasts. Look up what your name means. If you haven't looked it up in a long time, look up what your name means. There is also something about the vibration, like the frequency, like the name, even like beyond the meaning of it or where it comes from. There's like an energetic signature in the vibration of your name when it's spoken. And I like feel the resentment against like people saying my full name. The vibration or the energetic signature of your name, it like carries light codes. And when it's spoken, it is a quiet, gentle reminder of your soul purpose. It's like your encoded purpose being spoken or like being delivered to you consistently, because because your name is used a lot, right? Like your name is your name. And me, like only feeling really linked to and on the path of my purpose and my calling, feeling like I'm serving my purpose now finally, or that I have clarity on it. Prior to this, I hated when people would say my name. It drove me crazy. And when I received this in meditation, it just made perfect sense. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like someone constantly reminding you of something that you keep forgetting to do. And when you hear it, you just like clench up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Stop reminding me. I'm gonna do it. I swear I'm gonna do it. But then you forget. You keep forgetting. And something about the name is, or like your purpose is encoded in the vibration of the sound of your name when it's spoken. Crazy. The other thing was, oh, and then so that like kind of linked into what I was feeling about soul contracts, because that was like the very edge of what they were showing me, was that in the inviting of a new name or wanting to be called by a different name, even if it's just shortened, like I prefer B. It's short, it's sweet, it's cute, it's easy. But now what does that name mean? It is activating a new purpose. It is now a new energetic signature with light codes embedded in the frequency of that being spoken. So we're on a new path. Like there's a new mission unlocked is what it really feels like. It's really cool. Okay. Birthdate was coming through also, because when you like, the link between these two is really beautiful. And this happened for me at the same time too, where I'm like, I think I'm just gonna shorten the name and like this is what it's gonna be. And like around the same time is when I started seeing my birthday everywhere. My birthday, like repeating. My birthday, like on every single license plate. My birthday rearranged, like, oh, like, I mean, everywhere, just absolutely everywhere. And the confirmation came through that it's that is the confirmation. Like you are actively in the flow of fulfilling your purpose. So you'll see your birthday, treat it like angel numbers. There's also, of course, your life path number, which if you don't know what that is, look it up. Just look up life path number and you'll see how to like add it all together and you'll get your life path number. And you'll see what that number means to have as a life path. But also you can break down the digits and look at them individually. Like, do you have multiples in there? If you like just take them apart and look at them individually, each number has an energetic signature, and where it falls in the sequence of your birth date also matters. Each one of those spots means something, and each one of those numbers in one of those spots means something very specific. So your birth date is your birth date is an exact energetic signature that goes with your name. And then also we were talking about location of birth, and this came through. I gotta have some tea. This is like so much. It's so exciting. It's so beautiful. The location of your birth. I feel like this is significant, especially if you have moved away from that place. How did it come through? It was worded, it made so much sense, and it was very beautiful. Hold on, let me see. That's what it was. If you were born somewhere and then moved far away from that place, you are healing ancestral, and specifically for your mother, you are healing something for the mother in that place. Something about that place is significant for your mother. And it's like a portal opens and then remains open for you to flow the healing. If you can imagine, every place you've been since you were born, every place you've been, everything you've done, every cell of your body, every action, every word, every dream, everything that you've ever been since the minute of your birth is all flowing energy back to that portal. And that energetic signature there. I feel like I don't have the fullness of that message, but that's a really cool thing. And then what also was coming through was for you to return to the place of your mother's birth, and that like completing a cycle. So even if you just go visit, there's like, just like this is all true for you, this is all true for her too. So look up the meaning of her name and see how that fits in with who she is, and how your purposes and your missions are linked or not. Look at her birth date and see how those things line up. Look at her place of birth and see what that might mean for her, if you want to. I had a lot of fun diving in. It was really cool. So returning to the place of your, and I wonder if this is something that you're called to do at the time of completing the purpose. So like me being in the space of feeling perfectly in flow and perfect alignment with my purpose, and feeling the completion of a soul contract to come as a healing, an agent of healing for my mother, my mama, to come as an agent of healing for her. I'm now feeling called, and I've been strongly called for a long time, to go back to the place she was born. She and I were not born in the same place. And I feel very strongly called to go back to that place. And I was wondering about it, and that's how it came through in meditation, was that it is to complete the cycle. Like, it's almost like a celebration, because on the other side of the portal are all of the ancestors that have been holding it open. Another thing that came through, like they hold open, so they hold the light at the edge of transformation. And it's a place that can only be reached when you get to this vibration of fulfillment and completion. Like it is a celebration because you, as an extension of the soul family, you have completed a karmic cycle, or you have fulfilled your purpose. You have fulfilled a soul contract. Do you know how many lifetimes we have without being able to do that? Do you know how many lifetimes you have had, you and your mother have had, to get someone in your line to the point of completing this? This is huge, babe. This is massive. This is huge. Like, are you freaking out? This is way, way cool. And I was also getting like very, very, like the Mary Magdalene energy is like massive strong, but also Mary Mother of Jesus energy was very strong. I also learned that my name is a city outside of Bethlehem. It's the city where Jesus was seeking sanctuary, which I knew. I knew that a very long time ago, but like we didn't grow up with like Bible stuff. So like I just really never thought about it, and it's only now like that I'm getting older and wanting to dive into the more of that stuff and understanding the Bible in a completely different perspective. But now like looking at what it means, and for me like it's oh my gosh, my heart's gonna explode. Like it makes so much sense, and I feel like such a profound like fulfillment. So look up your name. Look up your name. What was the other thing? Healing Mothers, Mary Magdalene, Mary Mother of Jesus. She's already been talking to us. She is here. She loves us. She is love. We are love. She is here to support us as we remember that we are love. That's what the new earth is. We are, it's the reminder, it's the return to the awareness and the embodiment of being unconditional love. Like that's the 0 point. Love has no opposite. Love has no polarity. Love has no counterbalance. Love is the center. And we are the bridge. Like there's, we like the contract that we, it really feels like a business agreement. Like it's going to sound very cold and detached, but this feels like a contract in a very 3D business sense. Like we were like, okay, you do this for me, or you do this for the collective, you do this for the good of humanity, and I will do this for you. So your mother also probably made some tremendous sacrifices to bring you through. She probably disrupted patterns, traditions. She probably cut ties with people to make sure that you were brought through in a safe and loving environment. She probably cut people out of your life to make sure that you were unharmed. She, and not just her, but her mother too. Like if you look back through your maternal line, and this is again a very, very specific message, this is not going to resonate for everybody, and that's okay. If you look back through your maternal line, you will probably see that she comes from a line of disruptors, of pattern breakers, of noisemakers, of women who were not going to do it the way they were being told to do it. And she probably went through some really painful circumstances for the sake of having you, you know? And it feels like her purpose was very linked to bringing you through. And I know as parents, like we believe that, like we feel that way. I felt very strongly that way when I was younger. I was like, I'm here to have kids. I'm here to have kids. I'm here to have kids. And like my purpose has shifted. Now that they're older, I'm finding that I am gaining a new sense of purpose, but also what if their purpose or part of their soul contract was to heal me? And now that I'm on the other side of that, I can tap into my purpose. I have fulfilled my purpose in healing my mom. I feel like my children have fulfilled their purpose in healing me. Purpose makes it sound like that's your job and that's all you're good for, but it really feels like a contract. So if you look up and down your maternal line, like see what kind of juicy goodies are in there. It was really, I felt very connected. I felt very, very connected to my ancestors in this little like exercise, in looking up my mom's birth date and like figuring out her life path number and all of this was outside of astrology, because like I know everything about my mom's natal chart. Okay? Like I know. And I can see how those things line up too. And you can really kind of do the same thing. Like you can compare your, one of my favorite things to do is like comparative astrology, or what's it called? No, I don't know. It has a particular name. I can't remember what it is. But same thing with like the location. Like you can do, I think it's called astrocartography, where you can like look at, you've got lines, like it's in your birth chart. If you have your natal chart like on AstroSeek or whatever, or astro.com, there's just different charts that you can choose to view based off of your date and time and all of that, like all the regular birth chart information. And it'll show you all of these lines across the map of the world, and it's got intersection points. And maybe see how those intersection points line up with where you were born, but also like where your mother was born. Yeah. This is like big, beautiful stuff. Is there anything else that we can offer? Anything? We gotta stop trying to hold each other accountable. We've moved past it. If it's lingering, like in your relationship with your mother or with your kids, or you're observing your mother like be that way with her mother, like trying to hold accountable, like we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team. We all came with the same end goal. And we get distracted by the minutia. Like we're so like zoomed in this very dense earth energy. And what I really gained from going through all of this was like a lot of compassion for my mom and what she did to bring me through. And I'm gonna see her in a couple weeks. I'll give her big hugs and maybe tell her about it, maybe not. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. She does this stuff too though. Like she's tarot cards, crystals, like she was a tarot reader for years. And an excellent one at that. So I mean, I gotta tell her about it, right? Oh my goodness. Be with each other. Be with each other. Don't wait for an emergency or something life-threatening. Like, drop all the bullshit. Drop the junk. Drop the hostility. Drop the resentment. Drop the trauma. Drop it. Drop it. It's hot and gross and you don't need it anymore, and you can't take it with you where we're going. In the business contract, we never even finished talking about that. So like in the soul contract, the business contract aspect of it was like they will bring us through because this, like, our mothers knew that we would be the bridge. We had to get here one way or another. So I feel like this is the part that might resonate for you if you were given up for adoption, or if your mother was like not around or not present or had addiction and like couldn't be with you. The point of her having you was to get you here. Like her contract was just to bring you through. And for a lot of our mothers, like, that was very hard and took a toll, you know, on them. So our it's not a generation thing, it's a vibration. Our vibration within this collective is the bridge. We are the bridge between the old earth and the new. We are the ones that have connections to both. So I feel like you also might be a person who can like hang out with old folks and listen to them talk about the good old days and just enjoy being in their energy, like that elder wisdom, and like just kind of soaking it up. And you can probably also hang out with teenagers with like their Riz and skibbity whatever. Like I don't know. I don't have kids that young. I have Gen Z. But I feel I feel that way. I mean, they don't think I'm cool or anything, but like I can understand what they're saying. Like I get what, you know, I get it. And same thing with elders. Like I can hang out with both of them and have a lot more fun than like people my own age. So you might be a person like that where you have that appreciation and like kind of can tap into the nostalgia, like empathically tapping into the nostalgia that older people start to feel when they start talking about, you know, when they were younger and how times have changed and stuff like that. So you can probably kind of feel it. This message is getting really long. We're at 30 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it. And if this, like, I don't know, is this something that we could? Oh, this is in my Birthplace. Something about, oh my god. Oh, there is more. We're done. If this is something you would like to hear more about or talk more about, like drop some comments. We can talk about it. I can take questions also into meditation and see what the guides have to say. The angels are just like circling up, like they're just all around us and like beaming. So happy that we are together, so happy that we have awakened, so happy that we are in the fulfillment of our contracts and tapping into new purpose, because now the purpose is to look ahead at this new earth that we're building together for each other and for all of those that came before us and all that will come after. We are the bridge. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.